Good morning. It is the 8th day of the journey with Stephanie Turnbull doing life lessons. Genesis 8. God remembers you. And God remembered Noah and all the livestock with him on the boat. God will remember you this season amidst every high seas, as long as you stay in the location, the place where God has put you. It will be well. May you locate every livestock this season that will be a great value when the flood waters dry up. Livestock. May you find your investments. May you find your market. May you find your streams of income. Livestock. The next 150 days of 2020, I declare, will be marked with supernatural protection, as the setbacks of your life will be lifted and a clear vision of land is in view. The boat rested on Mount Ararat, which is in Turkey. It is still resting in that nation as a sign to remind the nation they are but men. So the judgment boat is resting in Turkey. Pay close attention. They have found pieces of the wood that was used to make the boat in that mountain. So we know they might not be able to dig all the way to get it, but they have proven that surely indeed there is a big boat buried deep within that area called Mount Ararat. The boat was in the waters higher than the highest mountain in the entire earth. So as we discussed, we are told it was higher than the highest mountain in that part of the world. So we know that God is a good God. He put it higher than the mountain so that the boat did not run into any of the mountains and cause any accident. So even in the midst of your storm, God is protecting you. The boat rose higher and higher above the ground and began to float safely. We will rise higher and higher in faith till all we can do is float in faith in God. In the 7.5 months, the mountain peak became visible. May you begin to see the peaking of your blessings within the next 7.5 months. After 40 days, Noah opened the window he made in the boat and released a raven. The bird went back and forth until it found that the earth was now dry. Be in a pursuing, persistent spirit in 2020 as you keep check on the progress of the difficult situations disappearing, and you're going through each step with ease. Open your life and let the Holy Spirit in. He wants to abide in you so you can go to the world. The dove on the 7th day returned with an olive branch as an indicator that the waters were now down to tree height, as olive trees normally grow to about 15 feet. And normally in a flood, the trees don't all die. The trees go underwater, but when the water dry up, the trees are still standing. So an olive tree was available for the dove to take a leaf back to Noah. So open your heart's door and allow the Holy Spirit to dwell on your inside. In Genesis 8:13, 10.5 months after the flood began, it was now a new year, and on the first day of the new year, the covering of the boat was lifted. May you experience a new year even in the middle of the year, like the children of Israel. Their new year is September to October. It is all in the timing of the Lord to dry up and stop every flood of problem that seem to have no end, but it shall come to pass. Genesis 8:7. Release all the animals so they can multiply. Release your seeds to God so they will multiply in 2020. Genesis 8:20. I declare in 2020, know what sacrifice will be acceptable unto God. Like Noah, when he came from the ark, he gave God sacrifice through the animals that he took on board. He gave back some to God in a burnt offering. Let the Lord be pleased with the aroma of my sacrifice in 2020. Genesis 8:22 says, as long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night. Don't waste your sowing season, because you will reap even in the midst of your floods. Have a God-blessed day, and remember, God remembers you. Life lesson with Stephanie Turnbull.